Okay, I'm going to start some videos back up here. By the way, I got Tool on my phone. This happened to be Jerry's favorite band, Tool. And I'm going to have you know, they didn't bother to play one single solitary song by Tool at his memorial. I sat and listened to Jerry's music back when he was living over here in Raytown, close by me. He was at Laura's and he was playing Tool on the TV, and we listened to a few songs together. You know, that was a memory I have with Jerry. He loved Tool. They never played one single song. I brought it up. Did I take offense to it? Well, Jerry also loved Black Sabbath. Did they put anything up by Ozzy for Jerry? No. They didn't do anything for Jerry. This was more about them. Was this more about Jesse? This whole thing seems to be more about Jesse's feelings. So I've thought for all these weeks that everything went great at this little family gathering we had for Jerry's memorial. And of course, as you know, it was not a celebration of life. They didn't want to call it a celebration of life for Jerry, did they? You don't want to celebrate Jerry's life? You know, they didn't even have anybody stand up and give a little speech for Jerry. All they did was have a measly little taco dinner and barely even talked about Jerry. Janessa, you're going to be damn lucky to get your pictures back after this big fucking mess you've caused. Yes, you've caused this big fucking unnecessary mess. You didn't need to say a word about that. If there was no way for me to communicate with Jesse and tell him my apology ended at you. So I don't have any way of communicating to Jesse about the words I said to him. Did you think about that? There's no way for me to pick up the phone and call Jesse and apologize that I said something so terrible. Oh, I said something so devastating. So I heard that you haven't been spending as much time with your dad as you used to. That's all I said. That's all I said. I heard you haven't been spending as much time with your dad as you did. I didn't know if it was true or not. It was what I heard from her. You're not spending as much time with your dad. All he had to do was say, "Where'd you hear that? I've been spending a lot of time with my dad." That's what any normal person would have said. Sure, I've been spending time with my dad. Why would you say that? Everything's great between me and Mike. Why would you say that? All he had to do was clear it up right there and fucking then. That's all he had to do was clear it up right then. But instead, he goes over and hides in the corner, and I noticed that he's over there hiding behind Jennifer so that I can't see him during the entire pouting over there behind Janessa for the rest of the whole gathering that day when we had Jerry's memorial. I hurt his feelings so bad that he had to go over there and hide in the corner. I didn't mean anything by it. And all we had to do was clear it up by the fact that Jesse was at Mom's visiting his dad the day Mom stuck that fucking gun in her mouth and blew out her brains that Jerry incidentally had to live with for the rest of his days. This is Jerry's favorite music. Tool. That's Jerry's favorite music. And you know what? They didn't play one song for Jerry. Not one! I brought it up. This was Jerry's memorial, not Jesse's. So Jesse's going to cause this big old stink. Handing it to Janessa, who passes it on to us. And then I get chastised and disciplined by the person that Janessa told because I hurt Jesse's feelings. Oh, baby, poor baby. Oh, poor baby. I hurt Jesse's feelings. You guys didn't put up one fucking song on there for Jerry. Jerry liked Tool. And you know what? It just so happens that that was Jerry's memorial, not Jesse's. I see Jesse as a goddamn coward. Maybe you got masculinity issues. Maybe you have got sissy girl issues, Jesse. You don't get to smear that on me. You got weaknesses? Fix them. You got fragility? Fix it. Don't try to dump it on me. I don't like being treated like this. This was Jerry's favorite music. They didn't even bother to put any of it up. And you know what? I sat and listened to Tool with Jerry when he lived in Raytown, just a little ways down the road. I sat and listened to Tool with Jerry. This was Jerry's memorial. They didn't even honor him by playing Ozzy. You know, Ozzy Osbourne, Jerry's favorite music. I found that very insulting. Did I complain? Did I pitch a fit? Did I insist that they put it on? No, they put oldies on. Did I complain? I don't think so. I don't remember complaining about it. I was going to do a slideshow about Jerry, but I figured it wouldn't be appreciated anyway, so I really didn't take the time to do it. And as far as your pictures, Janessa, good luck getting them back. Good luck getting them back. You should have thought, oh God, she has something very important of mine. Maybe I need to be careful about what I say to Tina because she has all those pictures of my family. Precious pictures of my family. I may never get them back. I'm dumping this mess on Tina's head. And I know that there's no way that Tina can ever apologize to Jesse or even talk about it to Jesse. Because Janessa won't give me her phone number. Janessa won't friend me on Facebook. I have no way of contacting Janessa except through my daughter. There's no way I can contact Janessa. No way I can contact Jesse. No way I can contact Jennifer. I got a little part right there on my site for you, Jennifer. You and your parents. Be sure to find it. This was Jerry's music. You hear that? That's just Jerry's music. And they stuck their fucking middle finger out to Jerry at his funeral. You think I like that? He's my brother. And you know what? Jerry was in my life from the time of my birth. I never knew a time when Jerry wasn't there except when he was in jail. All I heard about Jerry was bad stuff. He's evil, he's wicked, he's a thief, he's a liar. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Jerry got handed a bad hand, and you know who it was from? Our mother. It was from our mother. She married that man. Jerry's masculinity was affected by what he experienced with two fathers who used to beat the shit out of him. Jerry had two bad examples of a father that used to smack him around for the stupidest, silliest things. You know what that does to a little boy? That deletes a young boy's masculinity. Ask any psychiatrist. He had a hard time identifying with masculine men. Masculinity because of the abuse he suffered as a little child. That wasn't his fault. You're not in the place to judge him. Who the hell do you think you are? You don't know how many things at his memorial offended me. They had his memorial in a fucking barber shop. And there's Mom and Dad's big old antique telephone on their wall. Really? You know that fucking phone was worth more than anything I got from Mom and Dad's house? How much would that thing sell for? Did you hear me complaining? I am not one to complain. I'm not going to pitch a fit. But when people act like this, you're going to get all huffy with me because Jesse's going to get all huffy with me because I made the comment carbon copied off of Janessa's mouth. Well, Jesse's not spending as much time with Dad because I'm taking care of all of Dad's finances and all of his medical issues and all of his transportation issues and all of his home issues. You know, I found the place where Dad lives. I've been handling his Cornerstone insurance and his hospitalization, and I've been handling everything for Jerry. And so Jesse's just kind of been staying off on the side while I handle everything. And I had no right to bring that up to Jesse, that he wasn't spending as much time with his dad. I didn't know what else to fucking talk to him about. And I get my head stuck down in the shit for it. I don't have to take this kind of crap off of people. This is the kind of crap Deanna did to me my whole life. Making me feel like shit because I did this or I did that. Jan, constantly. Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't laugh. Don't do this. Don't say hi to him. Cop walked past us out there in Jacombo when we were smoking pot when I was a teenager. Don't say hi to that cop. I don't have to think like you. I got my own fucking mind and I can think how I want. I don't like people accusing me of not acting the way they think I should. If you had a problem with Jesse, if you had a problem with me, you stupid idiot Jesse, you should have called me and said something. You don't go through everybody else. You know what? When you got a problem with somebody, you know what the scriptures say? Since Jennifer is supposedly a Christian, the scriptures say that if you got a problem with somebody, you go to that person and tell them. This is the result. He goes through Janessa. Everybody knows about this, don't they? And you had to go and get my daughter involved in it. And now my daughter's in the middle and has to take sides. She can't side with either one. But we got Janessa, who's playing both sides on Facebook, acting like she's everybody's friend. There goes your cover, bitch!